1 second, guys. I'm good. I was about to start crying.
Okay, all right. If you're in the room, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Consuelo want to know where to watch the live. Okay, guys. So again, we were talking about the Three of Cups, and this is a very beautiful card, which predicts healing, celebration, and growth for you. You've been through a very hard time. It's been unimaginable. I better do it like that so they can see both of us.
Yeah.
Unimaginable. It's been really rough for you, but Source is saying this card is bringing a healing for you. Mercury in retrograde. Things are really intense right now, and some of you guys are having major anxiety. But this card predicts healing, the renewal of friendships. So some of you guys may have lost a friend, or you may have fallen out with someone over the period of this retrograde. But this card assures you that the friendship is going to be restored, okay? So do not give up on that person. This is the Three of Cups. It says the three also predicts healing. So some of you guys are going to feel rejuvenated. Some of you are even feeling rejuvenated now. And if you're not, aren't now, I think it's the 28th of March that the retrograde will be over.
That's right.
And you're going to actually have a sigh. You're going to really have a relief. Okay? So it's going to be emotionally and physically, because some of us have been attacked even in our bodies. So you know when it's happening in the cosmos, it happens as above, so below. So we are experiencing the same discomfort. Okay? Did you give her the link?
Yeah, I'm giving her.
All right. So Courtney already has her hand already laid out. So she's going to go ahead and give you her first card. And hold on 1 second. I'm shuffling and I'll lay mine out. But I'm so happy to connect with you guys today. Very, very happy. So I'm shuffling and I'm saying to my ancestors and source energy to give us a really good reading tonight, as some of us are waiting to hear some very wonderful things. They've been hitting us with and you know what, guys? I forgot to let you guys know. So remember, we've been pulling the Hermit card quite a bit. It's associated with the number 9. So we're in 2019. So the year, the 9 of the 9, guess what? It talks about that. Being alone, time to grow spiritually, solitude, finding that quiet place, an awakening. All of that is what Source is calling for. Get away, step away from the usual, from the norm. And look, there it is, the Hermit. Okay?
Okay, I'm going to start. Okay, so the card that I got is the Three of Pentacles, and I have it reversed. And the Three of Pentacles from the Tarot Wisdom deck by Catherine Davidson. It deals with your acknowledgement, your mastery, and your application. It says, the reverse meaning says that someone feels undervalued, and this may be reflected in the financial rewards he or she is receiving. So right there, I can already tell you that the ancestors are letting you know, whatever career or whatever you're doing to get, your money's worth, it's not really what you want to do. You kind of like dummy yourself down to be in this position. It says, but work is not being done to a high enough standard or being given the attention and skill that is required. So the skills and the talents that you have is not thriving in the business that you're in now, because that business is not for you. So it's better off you just go on about your business and find another career that will better satisfy you, or you can start your own. That's what I feel from this card, because it talks about mastery. So it's time for you to start mastering your talents and get everything into play. Try applying for jobs that really are for you. If you're wanting to get another job, then start applying for the ones that are for you. But if you're not wanting to get a job, then it's time for you to start your own business, because the job you're at now is too low of a position for you. And that's what the Three of Pentacles is saying.
Awesome.
Reverse.
And I'm sure, and that's a reverse card, okay?
Yeah.
So, can we turn it sideways or no?
Well, it said it was locked, so when I go like this, wait, let me see.
I see this on YouTube.
Oh, that's a, never mind.
Okay, well, no problem. All right, so our next card, we're really getting the same cards. We are pulling from the Suit of Pentacles, Cups, and Wands. But I did, as a future card, have a sword. So let me just deal with the Queen of Pentacles right now. So when we talk about pentacles, we're talking about money and security. And this is an element of earth. Okay, anything physical is what we're describing in the what is it? The Book of Pentacles, okay? And so when we talk about the Queen, now she's sitting up in a high place here. She's a very generous person. If I had to think about any other word to say, it would be generous, okay? So it says a respected business person. This Queen may also be your financial angel. Generous, wise, and very grounded in her attitudes. Others love her and also love her willingness to support those closest to her. She brings stability, gifts, and protection and predicts a happy time ahead for you, both material and emotionally. Now, there's a lot of great things in this card that the ancestors just threw out of the deck and this past card. So it talks about us, revamping. It talks about us being rejuvenated. Talks about us receiving. It talks about protection. It talks about money coming. And so try not to have any resistance in your vortex, because you never know how it's going to come or how it's going to work out. So again, if it's not a person, it's a divine energy known as feminine energy that could bring this to you in a spiritual way. This card definitely supports the feminine energy, the essence of the feminine energy, okay, in the form of a gift. And this person will be a very well grounded, stable person, okay, and may have already appeared in some of your lives. And then it also could describe you in the near future. Because some of you in your hearts, you want to do that. This card describes just exactly who you are. You're very well respected. You're very generous and grounded. People look up to you. Okay? So we're channeling this feminine energy. And do thank the Queen of Pentacles for appearing tonight, because I think that all of us can use some extra dividends.
Sure can.
We can use the extra dividends. So always say thank you, Queen of Pentacles, for revealing yourself to me. Okay? So I'm learning now, after each card, I just softly in my heart say, thank you, Three of Cups, for revealing yourself to me. Because whether we like it or not, it's constructive criticism, and it's good. It's good for us. Okay? Just 1 second. We're going to see what you guys are saying to us.
Okay. Hazel said, I just started talking to a guy. We were friends years ago, and we are talking again now. OMG, he is such a nice guy.
Oh, very beautiful. And see, that card just revealed that. The new friends are coming on the old friends are coming back. Okay, so it's time to revisit some of those old conversations and, or pick up where you left off or do it better than you did before. It's okay. It's all right. But Source is doing things greater now, and we got to learn to be very appreciative, because a lot of times we could take notice of angel number 1111. Kenneth needs the 11 the Patreon link. Sometimes we could take notice of different angel numbers, and guess what? We'll look at them and be like, oh, angel number 500. But you forget to say thank you, angel number 500, for revealing yourself to me. Always have a heart of gratitude. Always. And so I just want to encourage you on that note. Did you want me to go on to my next card since you're doing that?
I already sent it to him.
Oh,
But
okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah, you can, cause then I.
Okay. And so my next card again is a very beautiful card. This card is talking about projects and inspirations. So a lot of you guys are working on different projects, and a lot of you are, and some of you are inspired to do some things. But let's see what it is that's holding you back. Let's talk about it. So when we talk about the page of wands, again, the page is saying cautious progress. Okay? And why is the page, why did he come to warn us? Listen, the page brings good news and predicts that several pressing matters will command your attention. He warns you to check the facts rather than believe everything you hear. You know, don't be a person to just trust that person that's in your ears all the time or hearsay. You can't. It's too iffy. Sometimes you got to search and seek things out. As a person, the page is a natural talker, full of loquacious charm, but easily bored. So he's going to automatically, in which way that time did I break this card down? He's going to automatically get into some nonsense because he's bored. You know, when a person's bored, they can really get into it.
Oh, drama. You were saying.
Bring in the drama.
I remember you saying that because you was
okay.
Like, you know, this could be somebody that you get into a conversation with out of just being bored.
Yes,
be careful
yes.
About that,
all right. So the good news is going to come, but be careful of the conversations after the news, because this conversation, because of the boredom, can take you to a place you don't want to go. Listen to this. You may need to assess what is true. So you're going to have to do some research. Okay? And it says here, and what is hearsay, and resist being caught up in his gossipy world. So this is a masculine energy. It doesn't mean that a man is going to come gossiping. It could be very well female. But the energy is that of a masculine essence. So be very cautious. Be very cautious. I would say personally, because I'm taking this too now, because this reading is not just for me, you guys, but for me. So in that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare the elements of life to be with me every day. I do. And I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to be watching and listening for this news, because there's some good news coming to us. We already know that. But be careful, because it's going to be a lot of chatter. And you got to be careful, because part of the conversation, you're going to have to kind of wean out which is true and what's hearsay. Okay? Perfect thing. Be careful not to fall for all this chatter like today. I don't know if some of you guys had the opportunity to try the food truck Slutty Vegan. And so we were really, because we've heard all the talk about how wonderful it is. We wanted to get on the bandwagon, not checking the facts or any of that. This is a perfect example of that. So we were really about to go in today because they were downtown Jonesboro, and the Chamber of Commerce had brought them down there for us as a St. Patty's Day, party. But we all know what the real meaning behind that is. But we were headed to the food truck because we heard it was so good without checking the facts. Gossiping, chatter. So we had a client that came in, and every time we got ready to go to the truck, I didn't feel like going. It was just something about it. I was like, I just don't feel like standing in line. Who does that for, a sandwich? So we had a client come in, and she just told us, hey guys, Slutty Vegan, and she said, you might want to check the burger out. And she began to look at the ingredients in that Impossible burger, and it's impossible how people can get together and pull all this nastiness in a sandwich. Well, it has, they say it's vegan, but this thing has animal
Muscle.
muscle. They take the muscle from the animal to make the patty. And it goes further than that.
Yeah, it's a great.
And guess who's behind all this? Bill Gates has a part in this. So now they're trying to, like Courtney said, take the farmers off the market.
They're going with the fad.
And guess what they're doing? They're trying to make the meat in the lab. All of this meat is made in the lab. And guess who else? Bill Gates is over the Beyond brand. And what's the other brand?
And he's over the Impossible, Beyond Meat and
Impossible, and it was another one.
The other one is Memphis Meats.
Memphis Meats. And so we can drop the link. So you guys, before you run to that truck, that food truck, thinking it's vegan, we gotta really be on top of our P's and Q's. So that's what this, for me, this is what, because this is a present card. This is what resonated for me, because I want it to be a part of the wave, the hearsay, the gossip. And sometimes you just can't do that. Sometimes you gotta sit back, be different, be unique, and research. Nobody does it. Everybody says, oh, what's the guy's name? Oh, this superstar ate there. This superstar ate there. Oh, honey, I'm going. Everybody's eating there. But guess what? You're not everybody. And Source requires more of you. So the good news was delivered today by one of my clients. She just bopped in there for a class, and she was my saving grace. So this is her for me. Okay? So that was good news for me. Sometimes and she brought some other good news.
Yep.
I mean, that was good news. She brought information about the